and welcome back to our channel. And
today,
a new video. Today we're doing like a book wrap up / manga from January to mid-September.
Yeah, everything we've read.
We just wanted to do that.
Except our bills.
What?
I said everything we've read except for our bills.
Oh.
So I'm reading my bills. Unfortunately.
Yeah. We didn't read those.
Yeah. So
anyways, I think we should just hop straight into it. And look how good her hair looks. Anyways.
I watched it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, let's get into it.
Let's see it. Okay, so the first thing I read back in January, so it's been a while, is Ninth House by Lee Verdugo. I hope I said her name right. A friend of mine was reading it and she said, oh, it's so good, you have to read it. So I decided to hear it as a, what the fuck is it called?
Audiobook?
Audiobook, yeah. So I decided to read it as an audiobook. But the thing is that I bought this like 2 years ago and did not read it. I listened to it instead. Look at this cover, it's so cool. I think that's part of why I bought it, because it was so cool. Like, it's different from the
it's
the other
from the
snake.
black one.
The black one, yeah.
That's cool.
Very cool. But anyways, I really enjoyed it. So this book is about a girl named Alex Stern. And she's very unfortunate in the way that she can see spirits and ghosts. They've been haunting her whole life. She can see them when no one else can, and a lot of people, including her mother and like the people around her, think she's crazy, pretty much. Or at least that when she was younger, that she's just a child, like it's gonna pass, but it hasn't, and she finds herself caught up in a lot of trouble. And the book starts kind of in medias res, actually. But the whole premise is that she is kind of invited to go to Yale, which was not in her cards ever, because she was from a family that did not have that opportunity, or like she didn't have that opportunity when she was growing up. But she gets the opportunity to go to Yale. And the premise that she joins a secret society that kind of oversees all the secret societies at Yale. There's a lot of things going on that has to do with magic that they're supposed to be overseeing. Things take a lot of turns and goes places that you wouldn't expect, which I thought was really cool. And I also really enjoyed the characters. I think they were a lot of fun to get to know. Yeah, so very excited about this one. It is really good. And I know, because the author has a lot of other books that are great as well, but I have not read any of them, I'm sorry. I do want to read Six of Crows. We have that one. It's in our shelf. It's the same author, but this is more like an adult, I would say. Like, she's in Yale, so she's like, I'm pretty sure she's like 20 something.
Like college student.
Yeah,
like, is it college, right?
Yeah.
Stupid question, but is Yale in America or is it in the UK?
It's in America.
Okay.
Yeah. No, because the author actually went to Yale. And the secret societies are real.
Is it real?
They're real, yeah. I listened to the audiobook, and they had like an interview with her at the end. And it was really cool. She said that all the places in the book that's like on that's on campus, they're actually real. And societies are real. And she was in one of them. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
That's cool. That's cool. But
So we don't know if this is based on real events or not. It could be real.
Could be real.
But it's very exciting. And I also read this one, and then I read the second one, Hellbent, which is also really good. And I think, it was so exciting. I'm getting excited by talking about it, but because the second one obviously picks up where the story left off. And there's a lot of unanswered questions because the series is not done. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be one more book, so it's 3 altogether. But I'm not sure. I hope, because it's a long time to wait. And I also heard, or like, I looked it up and I saw that they're going to make a series out of it. I'm not sure if that's true. Could be wrong, so don't quote me on this. yeah, that would be cool. I would watch it. Yeah. So yeah, that's the 2 first books that I read this year, or listened to. If you don't think audiobooks is reading, get out of here.
Get out of here.
It is. It is. We can have this discussion later.
Okay, so the next book I read was the second one in a series called The Case File Compendium. And yeah, this is the first one and this is the second one. So it's originally a Chinese web novel, so like published a chapter each month maybe, or each week, I don't know, on this web page. It's like AO3, but with original stories. Cool. In China. Yeah, it's very cool. Mm-hmm. So they have taken these stories and then made it into physical novels and translated them to English. So they're published there. And this one is, because a lot of them is based on like older Chinese history, like ancient China. But this one is in, I don't know where exactly, I've forgotten. It's set in newer times. So it's basically about this college student who, he goes to film school and he has this chronic illness that makes, like, it's something in his blood, but it makes him like aggressive if it like flares up. So he goes to film school and then he bumps into, I guess, his former doctor, which is like, I don't know, 10 years older than him or something. A bit more, I think. Yeah, they bumps into each other again, and because he is in love with the doctor's sister. Actually. And the doctor's parents died in an accident, but he's not sure if it actually was an accident. Yeah, there's a lot of mysteries in this. If someone has read it, it's the same author as The Husky and His White Cat Shisoon, which I have also read some of the books of. As you do know then, she is very famous for writing LGBTQ romance, or like...
Boys love?
Boys love, yeah, boys love. Danmei, as it's called in China. So yeah, this is also LGBTQ, and this one is not for the faint of heart. No. I will say that. I was kind of shocked. Yeah, so that is the second one. I'd say this is not for everyone, so maybe look up the trigger warnings before you start on this one. Yeah. But yeah, I've read 2, and it's, according to Goodreads, it's gonna be 8 books. It might be more, because when she writes them long. So yeah, I know a lot of people like this. I'm not so sure about it yet, but it's intriguing. It's intriguing.
Very cool. Yeah.
Because these 2 characters are the most toxic I've ever read. In like, I haven't read that much like toxic romance, but these 2, it's another level. Like, it is definitely in the cards that these 2 guys are gonna get together, because I've read a lot of these and that's how it goes. You know it's gonna happen, but how, I have no idea, because no. They are not kind to each other at all. Mm-hmm. Or the first one that I read this year is this one. And this one is a Japanese version that I bought in Japan to read in Japanese, but it was...
She reads Japanese.
Yeah, I can. But it was too difficult for me. Because when I have to look up every kanji on the first page, it's too difficult. Yeah. I bought it in English on my phone, so I read it there. Yeah. This is complicated. And it was very complicated.
Yeah, I don't know how she does it.
Okay, so in Japanese, it's called Kazu ga tsuyoku fuiteiru, which means the wind is blowing strongly. But in English, it's called, what's it called in English?
Run with the Wind.
Run with the Wind. Yeah. And
I read it too.
Yes,
we read. Both of us read. Japanese.
Oh, sorry. The way we found this book was actually through an anime by the same name that is based on this book. And this book came out in 2007, so it's quite old actually. It's about a relay race, that was very hard to say, in Japan, a college race. So all the colleges in the Tokyo area, they can qualify to be in this race, and it's a very big event. It's always on the 2nd of January, so it's like a New Year's thing. It's always like, if you ask a Japanese person, they know what it is. It's called Hakone Ekiden, which means the Hakone relay. So they run 20 kilometers each. There are 10 people. So the first day, 5 people run like approximately 20 kilometers to Hakone, which is this mountain. I'll put a map here.
Yeah.
And then the next day, the 5 people left run back, like one by one. When we were in Japan,
cool.
it's very cool. When we were in Japan, we actually went there. And we went to watch the start, and we went to Hakone, and we watched, not the end, because that's a whole other story we need to take another day.
Yeah. We got stuck on a mountain.
Yeah, we got stuck on the
We'll
mountain.
tell you that another time.
That was crazy.
That was fun. Not in the moment. I was
Now
like,
it's fun.
Yeah. I told her, you know, in like a bit, this will be really fun. And she was like, no, it will be fun.
It was not fun right then and there, but now it's fun. We survived.
We survived.
So yeah, we went there, and after we saw the race, I knew I needed to read this.
Yeah,
so
we love the anime.
We
so
love
we were
the
like,
anime.
why not read the book? And also because the book hasn't been translated.
No, until now.
Until 2024.
4.
Yeah. So finally, like we bought it on the Books app on our phones. So we just read it on there.
It is so good.
So good.
It's about this boy named Kakeru, who one day meets another guy named Haiji. And Haiji really wants to take this team to Hakone Ekiden, and the school they go to have, I don't know if they've never been in it or they have, it's been a long time.
Their track and field team, which is like normally the team that does the Hakone Ekiden. Because it's a long
distance
long distance race, yeah. So the track and field club has kind of like vanished. Like no one does track and field anymore at the uni.
He meets Kakeru, and he needs to convince him to join the team, and then he needs to convince the team to join the Hakone Ekiden. None of them, except for Kakeru and Haiji, is runners.
Yeah.
So he needs to convince and train all of them.
He kind of
to make it.
blackmails some of them.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that they all live in the same house, and he's like, if you don't run this race, I'm gonna have to kick you out.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
It's very funny. Like, it doesn't sound funny
It's very
right now,
fun.
but it's really fun. And especially that, like, I know we were talking about books, but the anime is so good.
The anime is
If you loved Haikyuu,
yes,
I'm sure you would love.
you definitely would. You would definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's even the same studio and the same music composer. So.
What else? What more do you
What
want?
else? Yeah, what else do you want?
So good. And the author of this is Shion Miura, or Miura Shion, as they would say in Japanese. Not this person. This is actually a long distance runner that was in Hakone Ekiden, I think. I read the book and he loved it. So the author spent a lot of time doing research and like interviewing schools, a lot of athletes before she wrote this book. So it's very well done.
Yeah.
It's so good. So good.
It's really cool. And the cool thing is that you can read the book, you can watch the anime, and then you can go watch the.
Yeah,
They're
go to
done.
Japan and watch it. This book is so inspiring. Like after watching the anime, I wanted to go running.
Yeah.
After I read this, I wanted to go running.
Yeah.
So if you buy this, you should just go to the nearest, what's it called, like Nike shop and buy some shoes too.
Yeah, buy shoes.
Because you will definitely want to run after.
You should
reading
get
it.
shoes when you're buying the book.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all for this one. Love it.
It's okay. The second book that I read this year was A Gathering of Shadows, which is the second book in this series, which is
that the
A Darker
second
Shade of Magic. The one I read was the second book. This is the first.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this is by V.E. Schwab, also the author of The Invisible Life of Adelaide.
Oh yeah.
And I know this is a very controversial opinion, but I do like these books more than Adelaide. Just because I feel like I have more of a connection to these characters than Addie and her gang. But I do, honestly, like, I love Schwab's writing style. Like, it's so beautiful. It flows so well, and especially for me, because I'm a writer, I really enjoy I enjoy some good prose. This book is about, or series, is about a guy named Cal, who lives in London, but it's like an alternative kind of London. It's not London as we know it. So there's actually, so you kind of can see on here, there are multiple Londons. Yeah, it's kind of like what's it called when it's like
A Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse, yeah. No, yeah. Alternative realities.
Yeah.
So every London has like their own color, like it's white London, red London, grey London, and black London. But as you can see, there's nothing here because something unknown happened and this London kind of stopped existing. I think Kel is from... Is he from red London or grey London? He's from one of the Londons. I can't remember which one right now. He's something called an Antari, and there's only 2 Antaris left, and they have... because there's magic in this world, elemental magic. He can travel through all of these Londons, which is something only the Antari can do. So it's only him and another guy named Poland, who I love him. So yeah, that's like kind of his gift. And he's also, because he don't know where he came from, so he was kind of adopted by the king and queen, and he became the brother of the prince. Like, he loves the king and queen and his brother, but it's also, he knows that he's kind of just there because it's very convenient for the king and queen to have someone who can travel and communicate with the other Londons. Yeah, he's from red London. There's a rule that says that you can't bring anything from, like, you can't bring anything from white London to red London and vice versa, but Kel does this. He's like, I don't fucking care. And then he kind of trades with people, and then one day he gets like this very dangerous artifact that he's like, shit, probably shouldn't have brought this in here. And then he kind of stumbles upon this girl who's a thief, and she steals this artifact. Because we don't know how Black London was destroyed, but we know that it's had something to do with a certain magic. So that's kind of the premise. Like, she steals it and he's like, I gotta get it back. I feel like the second book was a lot kind of a waiting book. Like, you kind of wait for something big to happen. But I really enjoyed it because it's a tournament arc. And we do love some tournament arcs. It's very fun. And a lot of characters comes back, and there's new characters coming in. So yeah, it was really fun.
The next thing I read was actually a manga, and I only read 1 volume. And this is Fruits Basket. It says Fruits Basketto in Japanese, because I read this one in Japanese. And this is a lot easier than... You ready, focus? Yeah, this is a lot easier than the book, because this has like the small like characters to help you. So this was quite easy to read actually, and I know that it's an anime that I love, and I know that in and out, so it was easier to understand. It's about a girl that moves into this house because she just gotten homeless. Her parents are dead, unfortunately, so she moves into this house with 3 boys, or 1 man and 2 boys. The boys are her age. They're in her class. And she realizes that they have this curse. That
they have a problem, actually.
They have a very big problem. If they hug the opposite sex, or if they get like very tired and stuff, they turn into an animal of the Chinese zodiac. So like they turn into maybe a dog, a rat, or yeah. So she wants to break the curse. No, it's actually so good.
It's so good.
This is the Japanese version, which is very cute. And I bought, this is volume 17 that I bought in Japan because it has the most drama. This is like the blueprint of making a good drama.
Oh,
like
yeah.
a drama series, drama like a
that
book.
Makes sense.
That makes sense. And like it all ties up. It has been praised for mentioning a lot of mental health issues. Which is really amazing because this one is really very old. Like I think this is from, it's from the 90s, like late 90s, like 98 I think originally came out. And the new anime is from 2019, which is great. Yeah, there's also one from 2001 that we watched when we were kids. So
That's
reading
awesome.
this now is like such a round, like a full circle moment.
Oh yeah.
No, I love this one.
5 stars.
5 stars, definitely.
Art, cute pictures or drawings.
Yeah.
Art.
I so recommend.
Yay.
Okay. And then what we all have been waiting for.
Oh yeah.
We finished Demon Slayer.
Yeah, the manga.
The manga.
Demon Slayer by... What's her name?
Koyoharu Kotoge.
Yeah.
And we don't know if it's a she or he.
No.
that. We don't
It's
know.
a bit up in the air.
Well, I just finished it because our friend has been nagging us to do it, and I also wrote about it in my bachelor's thesis.
Which was really good.
Thank you. And yeah, if you don't know what Demon Slayer is, it's a very popular anime.
Yeah,
I don't
very
know
popular.
why.
It's popular.
Yeah, I know
like,
why.
In Japan and
globally.
globally.
Globally, yeah. He's very popular, and he has very good animation, which is the reason why I think it's so popular.
Yeah.
And it's basically about this boy named Tanjiro who comes home one day to find his family slaughtered by this demon.
Evil demon.
Yeah. And the only survivor is his sister, who has been turned into a demon. And now his goal is to find a way to cure her and to beat or kill the demon that turned her and who killed his family. It is about his journey.
Yeah.
And at times it was fun. And at times
It was less fun.
Yeah, I didn't like it that much.
Me neither, unfortunately.
But that's okay.
I read the last 2 this year.
Yeah.
Because I had to. I felt like.
You should just get it done, you know?
Yeah. I have a lot of complaints about it, but we don't have to talk about that right now.
Not right now.
I'm not here to yuck your yum. So if you love it, good for you. Just to me, there were a lot of things that could have been done differently in a more satisfying way than it did, than what happened. So yeah, that's just my number one reason. And then not to talk about some of the characters really annoyed me a lot.
Me too.
And sometimes things didn't even make sense a lot, but yeah, that's me. The next book I read is The Midnight Library. And funny thing is that we have this book. It's been sitting on our shelf, but I haven't read it. And then I exchanged books with another friend I have in London, and then he gave me this one. He's like, you have to read this one. And I was like, okay, I'll read it. And it's short. It doesn't take a lot to get through, and I really enjoyed it. It was a fun, cozy, good time. So it's about this girl or woman called Nora, and she feels like her life's just not gone her way, basically. She feels like every opportunity has gone away from her, and she's not satisfied with where she is in life. You kind of get to know a bit about why, and then, trigger warning, she tries to take her own life. It's not explicit at all. But when she does, she finds herself not in heaven or hell. She finds herself in a library, and she figures out that she has the chance to pick a book and then live a different version of her life. She can choose another version of where her life could go. So yeah, that's the book, and it's very exciting. It's a very unique kind of, or maybe not unique, I don't know. It's very cool.
Cool concept.
Cool concept, yeah. It's analogy.
Yeah.
An analogy for mental health. Or I have seen some people online, of course, say that it's not
good representation.
Yeah, not an accurate representation, or it's not doing this right or this right in terms of mental health. But I also feel like mental health is really individual, and it's very thought-provoking. I find myself, I'm not gonna lie, being a bit having an existential crisis in a way. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, actually. Yeah, it's very exciting. And you can read it and go through her journey with her and think about what you would do yourself and how you yourself live your life.
It's a good message.
Yeah, it's a very good message.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I read it, actually.
Seems very exciting. I haven't read it.
So you should.
Yeah.
You have it right here. So yeah.
The book I read is also Dame by the same author as the previous one I mentioned, Compendium. Yeah. The same as this one. Her name is this. And this is actually, I've read, the previous one, and the Husky and the White Cat Shizun. Not everything, but I've read it. And this is actually my favorite, the one I'm talking about now. It's called Remnants of Filth. So now I read the 5th book in it. It's about this country called Shonghua, where two of the generals have a love affair. One of them turns traitor and goes to the enemy nation. And later the enemy nation sends him back. And yeah,
to the
very,
wolves.
to the wolves. So Mushi, as he's called, he wonders like, why did he betray him? What happened? And all this stuff. So the books are basically about him figuring out what actually happened. So I think these are really exciting,
cool.
And I really like these books. Yeah, they are my favorite. I haven't finished them because after the 5th one that I just read, I felt like I needed a break.
Yeah.
As it looks now, it looks like it's 7 books, and that's an okay amount because when it gets too long, I get like tired of reading them. But now I had a break, so I might continue soon.
The next book that I read was The Dark Mirror by Samantha Shannon. And I actually got it on the day it was released. Yeah, I went to the book talk about the book, and yeah, it was already signed when I got it. But yeah, it was really fun. Like, she's funny, and it was a good time. The Dark Mirror is the 5th book in the Bone Season series, which I have right here. I actually started reading this series in like 2014, so it's been like 11 years.
And by the way, it's the same author as The Priory.
Yes, it's the same author of The Priory of the Orange Tree and A Day of Fall Night. Yeah, this was the first book she published, which I love. I went to another book thing when she was like the host, kind of, and I got this one signed. So you got my name. And this was a quote from the series. Yeah, she's really nice, very nice. I was a bit awkward though, because I'm awkward. It's about the future. It's kind of like a dystopian, I would say. It's the year of 2059 in this first one, at least. I'm not gonna tell you what happens in the 5th one because it's obviously the 5th one. Yeah, that would be bad. But at least it's about this girl named Paige who is something called a clairvoyant. So these are people who have magical abilities, which goes from common to like rare, and they do different things. So some are tarot readers, others communicate with spirits, some are oracles, so they get like visions of the future, and so on. But Paige is special. She is one of the most uncommon, rare ones. She's a dream walker, which means she can enter something called a dreamscape, who's like the spiritual mind of people, and she can kind of like take control of their body through that. So she like jumps into some other people's bodies. But the thing is that the clairvoyants of Europe are being persecuted by the government, called Scion, I believe. Because I'm not English and I didn't, you know, when you read and you like don't know how to pronounce something and you just like create a way to pronounce it. I think that's what happened. So I think I said Scion, but it's written S-C-I-O-N, so I believe it's Scion. So they're persecuted by what? She's tried to live under the radar, kind of. Her father thinks she works in an oxygen bar because they get high on oxygen in this world. But she's actually working for the crime syndicate. She's high ranked, like she's the assistant, I guess, to like this really high up in the system criminal. So she works for him, kind of like tries to avoid being found out. Then one day, unfortunately, she is arrested for being a clairvoyant. Something happens and they figure it out. And she thinks she's gonna die because she thinks that they're just killing the clairvoyants. But actually, she's taken to Oxford to a sort of prison camp where she figures out the real reason why the government is persecuting clairvoyants. And she might have to cooperate with her greatest enemy. So I just read book 5, and I believe it's supposed to be 7. So I'm very excited to see how it goes, and I'm very excited about when the next one's coming out, because it was a bit of a gap between the 4th and the 5th one. And oh yeah, because she even re-released them, like she edited them all over again. So this is like the new version. Because I read the first 4 books, I read like the old version, and I haven't reread them yet. So I think I will have to. You can still like follow the story even though the newer books are the edited version, if you understand me. Yeah. Like when I read the 5th one, I didn't really see any difference. So maybe I missed something, who knows. But yeah, it's very exciting. She's a very good writer. I like her writing style. And the Priory is very popular right now, so should definitely check that one out as well. Yeah, that's it from me and the Bloom season.
So then I read Fullmetal Alchemist. I read 2 volumes, but this is like a 3-in-1. And I also read them because I was writing my thesis, and so I was writing about Fullmetal Alchemist and Demon Slayer, so I just felt like I had to read some of it. So yeah, this is manga, one of the best ever to exist, and one of the best animes to
It's my favorite.
ever exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I read this in English. Yeah. And we will probably talk about these ones a lot on our channel because we love this one. This is so good.
Yeah.
This is good stuff.
I wish I could like.
Yeah. It's about Edward. Yeah, we'll put pictures of them.
Yeah.
And Alphonse, who are brothers, and they lost their mother. So tragically. So they want to bring her back. And they try to do this using the magical system in this book, not in this manga, called alchemy. Like you know alchemy. Turn lead into gold, that stuff. So they try to bring her back, which is the philosopher's stone. You guys, you know this.
You know this.
Yeah, they try to bring her back, which is the most taboo of all in alchemy, to make humans. You don't do that. So Edward loses his arm and his leg. Alphonse loses his whole body. So his soul gets stuck to this suit of armor instead. The goal in the manga, in the story, is to get Ed and Alphonse to get their bodies back to the way they were before. So Ed joins the military to make this wish come true. Your ambitions.
What else do you do?
What else can you do? You know. So and that's everything. And this is so good in the way it brings in so many characters, and in the end it all ties up so neatly, exactly like a transmutation circle. Read this and you know what I mean. Or watch the series. It's 2 of them, one from 2003 and one from 2009. I'd recommend the 2009 version. Follows this more.
I've actually seen though people who recommend the 2003 version more like.
To me, that's crazy. But
yeah, that's crazy. Like, who are you?
But I remember liking that. Because we watched the 2003 first, so we liked that. But then we watched this version, and it was just that good. Yeah. This time I read volume 4 to 9.
It's a big chunk.
Yeah. There's 27 total, so I don't remember how many of these there are. Yeah, divided by 3. So yeah.
You can do the math.
Well, this is by the author Hiromu Arakawa. Wonderful person.
Wonderful. Yeah,
she's so awesome.
Yeah, she's so
Which brings us to your next manga.
The next thing that I read this year is this one. Is this the right? Yeah. This manga. So it's called Daemons of the Shadow Realm in English, and then in Japanese it's called Yomi no Tsugai. It's by the same author, Hiromu Arakawa, and it's her very new series. It's still ongoing. I think it started in like 2023, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's what it said.
Yeah,
or it was printed in 2023 at least.
Yeah. So I remember reading the first chapter when it came out, and I was like, what's going on? I don't really know how to talk about this without like spoiling a lot, so I'm gonna try. But I feel like you just have to go in blind, really. Yeah, you have to go in blind. It's about twins like she loves to write about siblings, I think. Yeah, it's about twins, one girl and one boy. The one was born like during the night and the other was born in the morning. So like yeah, so they're called Asa and Yuru, and Asa means morning and Yuru means night.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, see, I know some stuff. So they live on a mountain in the village. Yuru, like he goes free, like he's just doing his thing, like hunting and stuff, and his sister, for some reason we don't know, is kind of stuck in a cage, and all we know is that this is for the good of the village. How? I asked the same question. And this is what we all believe. Like Yuri believes this, Asa believes this, everyone believes this. And then one day someone attacks the village, and we don't know who this is. We don't know why they're attacking the village, we don't know anything, and something happens to Asa. Yuri has to go on a quest, kind of. Like things changes dramatically, and I can't say what happens because I just think you have to like go in blind and like not know what you're going into, because when I first read the first chapter I was, what's going on? So yeah, you just have to like jump in cold water. I am really excited about this series, but I do, because the thing with a lot of anime and manga is that a lot is happening in the beginning, and sometimes it's hard to like actually see where it's going.
Are we twins?
It's almost like we're twins.
Yeah.
It's hard to see where it's going, so I'm kind of like, I'm reading it and I'm kind of like, okay, because I feel like there's so many questions that I haven't gotten the answer to, and I know that she likes to keep you on your toes, because this is going to be an anime. I'm so excited. It says like they're saying soon, so a year probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
Soon. But me and my housemate were reading this series kind of together. Like we're gonna watch the anime together when it comes out. Yeah, it's really nice. Because we both love Fullmetal Alchemist, so we're gonna have to give this a shot as well. And I just know that when the anime comes out, people are gonna be thirsting for one specific character, and it's I'm excited to see it. Yeah. I read these 3, which is a volume 3 to 5, but I also read the 6th one, but I don't have the physical copy of it. So yeah, I read 4 of these so far this year. Yeah, I'm excited, very excited. And her style is very, I love her style, art style. It's very Fullmetal Alchemist, and it's just like coming home.
Oh,
It feels good.
that's nice.
Yeah. This turned out to be very long, so we're gonna have to wrap this up now and make a part 2. So yeah,
We'll see you in the next one.
we'll try to do half and then the next half. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.